Hi, this is Todd Simon, and welcome to Kinder Mind Hypnosis. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey, this is the first video. And actually, I'm going to download videos every Monday. I'm going to call it Kinder Monday with Kinder Mind Hypnosis. And what I'll do is I'll take a question each week and I will answer it via video. The first question I've received was, what is the difference between positive affirmations and hypnosis? Which is an absolutely great question. Positive affirmations are really big and out there in the world. People believe it's part of the secret, and I'm going to sort of demystify what they are, how they work, and how it's different than hypnotherapy. The way I'll do it is by explaining the theory of the mind in regards to hypnosis. So, when we are born with a primitive mind that we've developed and evolved over time from the reptilian brain, and part of the reptilian brain still exists in our brain. So at the base of our skull is what's called the primitive mind. It's what houses our fear, our flight or fight response. And actually, it's there for our evolution to continue, to survive. The only fears we're actually born with are the fear of loud noises and the fear of being dropped. All the other fears you might have in your life, you've actually created, which should give you some sense that, well, then you could change the associations and probably uncreate them. But the only two fears we have, which are housed there, the fear of being dropped and the fear of loud noises. What happens from when we're born till about 8 years old, as you may have noticed, we are like sponges. We see everything. We repeat so much of what we see. We just absorb, and we create associations in life, and we create what's called the knowns. I'll show you in a little diagram. Primitive mind at the base, all these associations, positive, negative, and we call them knowns. And at about the age of 9, we develop logic, reasoning, analysis, decision-making, and even a little bit of willpower. And what happens is we create a critical filter now between the subconscious mind, which is the 0 to 8 that's created all the associations, the knowns, and now the conscious mind, which has the analysis, the decision-making, and things like that. And when we seal that off, we actually create a subconscious and a conscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind, most scientists believe, is at least 90% of the power of the mind, which means the conscious mind only represents 10% of the power of the mind. And that's where positive affirmations is in the conscious mind. You say to yourself, I am thin, I am healthy. I want to be thin, I want to be healthy. Well, that's great because you're preaching to the choir. You're in the conscious mind. It's, yeah, me too, me too. But have you noticed just doing that may make you feel better for a moment, but does not have long-lasting results, doesn't change your behavior. And I'll explain why. So, we've created this conscious mind. We've created this critical filter separating the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind represents 90% of the power of the mind, and it protects all these knowns. So let's say your positive affirmation is, I am thin, I am healthy. Well, your conscious mind accepts that, but what happens is it needs to get into the subconscious mind. And when it goes there, it checks all the associations it has. If you believe, well, being healthy is no fun, eating right is not fun, I hate the gym, being fat actually is, I like it, my parents were fat, I want to feel close to them. So that conscious thought will go into the subconscious mind and basically get spit out because all the associations you've created do not agree with that. So even though you consciously will say these things, you will not have the behaviors to match that because your subconscious mind doesn't believe that conscious thought. So what we do in hypnotherapy and hypnosis is we create a hypnotic state where we begin to melt a little bit, ease the critical mind, the critical filter I should say, allowing us into the subconscious mind to take in new suggestions and to begin to rework and shift some of the associations we have in the subconscious mind. And so then those positive affirmations will actually hold. And so if we explain it like a computer, you're working on a Word document, say that's the conscious mind, you're consciously writing. Now in the background is all kinds of things happening to keep that computer running. That would be the subconscious mind. You're not even aware of what's going on. So there could be part of that program that's when you write tree, it just shuts off the computer, and you write tree and all of a sudden it shuts off and you have no idea why. That's sort of how a conscious thought and the subconscious mind works. I hope that explains and demystifies a little bit of the difference between a positive affirmation, which occurs and stays usually in the conscious mind, and hypnosis, which takes positive affirmations and embeds them into the subconscious mind, which again is 90%. So now you've got 90%, 10%, 100% of the mind working, and your behaviors will follow. If you have any further questions, please feel free to respond below, or find me on Facebook under Kinder Mind Hypnosis or Todd Simon. Thank you, and I wish you peace.